Excuse me. It's been a while since we've heard this. Hi, Cake. How are you today? How have you been today? How's your day been? Hello, Eurus. How are you today? But it's been a while since we've played this. God damn it. Thank you for the sub. You might have noticed I actually added a few things to the channel redeem points. Feel free to recommend to me to add more things. I just added silly things for the most part. But thank you. I appreciate it. Oh. But thank you, I appreciate it. But yes, welcome on back to Gore Screaming Show. It's been a while since we've played this. It's been quite a while. God, I don't remember how long has it been? It's been too long. Hold on. I think do the saves keep the Oh. Oh wait, hold on. Lol, indeed. It's been over a month. A month and a day. Like, exactly. Huh. How odd. I did not expect it to be so precise. But yeah, last we left our heroes. But yeah, how's everyone's day been? Before I get started, how's everyone's day been? It's been tiring for me, but you know how it is. That's just how it be. That's how spring break be. When you're working at a place that has to serve the public, and the public has all this free time. And there's gonna be a lot more of the public. And it's just, it's exhausting. I think I'm getting used to it. Again, it's just busy, and so much noise, and people, so many people. I hear the summer's even worse, so I do not think I will be staying at that job until then. But yeah, we left off at this game with our heroes stuck in the bottom of a well. We got locked down in by... What was the girly? Thank you, I appreciate it. We got locked down, was it Yura? It was, that weird little girl. And Gore. Gore was also there and freaked out our girlfriend. Yep, and then we got locked at the bottom of the well. And man, it's been a month since we played this. Jeez. How long has it been since I played Lobotomy Corporation? Because I've been meaning to play that. I just keep not having the energy, like the mental energy. I'll probably try to do that tomorrow. It's gonna be another late stream tomorrow, though. But I'll try to make up for it by streaming a lot on Wednesday. Because that seems to be the day of the week that I'll have off, so I'm gonna probably try to stream a lot of, like, Baroque again, because I don't know, I was enjoying that. It was weird, but I was enjoying it. You know? That seems to be most of the games I play, though. They're weird, but I enjoy them. But yeah, let us resume. They spend a few minutes shouting upwards at the top of their lungs. Hoping someone might hear them. But yeah, I didn't want to do any, like, I don't want to do any, like, noise redeems or anything like that. Because I know, I guess my vibe for streaming is kinda cozy. Maybe not cozy necessarily with all the horror games I play, but immersive, maybe? Not quite as, chaotic redeems as some of my friends. is what I'm, you know, aiming for. Because I want the focus to be on the game as well. Because I want to share cool games with you guys. That's kind of the reason I started streaming. I mean, the first game I technically played was Black and White 2. But I couldn't run it on my shitty laptop. So, captions? Why do you always correct it to that? But, the first game I actually played was Live Alive, which, if you know anything about me, you know I adore that game, and I'm so glad it got a remake. And it's, yeah. Yeah. I just like sharing weird-ass games. That's pretty much all I do. But, anyways, back to this weird-ass game that I'm sharing with you guys. They hope someone... Oh yeah, it was Yuka. That's right. Yuka's mother or some other passerby will notice them. For all they care, it'd be fine if Yuka had a change of heart and opened the lid back up. All they want is to escape. That's right, because she pulled up the ladder, too. So, we are down shit creek without a paddle, as they say. no one ever comes here to begin with. Eventually, Kyoji and Yuka That's not Yuka, by the way. Oh wait, that is Yuka? No. No. Yuka's not trapped down here. They just put the wrong name. Kyoji and Akane. Akane. That's right. Close the door here so you guys don't hear Milkshake borking. Hey! Oh yeah. So, oh yeah, this game doesn't have the, what do we have? I forgot, because I really like the, thing that Yumi Neko does, which, that's another game I need to get back to. Where it has all the character, like, profiles and whatnot. That's really cool. Hey! Unable to give up just yet, Kyoji raises his ragged voice one last time. Give it up, Kyoji. You'll just tire yourself out. Yep, that'll be the parents coming back home. It's my thing, I guess. I don't know. I'm in my grungy horror phase, I guess. Yes, thank you. It's very true. Thank you. Did you see the new redeems? Is this in reference to the new redeems that I added? But yes, welcome on in. This is Gore Screaming Show, which is a horror visual novel that's really weird. Nah, hold on. Oh dear. Oh, they're only 100k. I mean, nobody has that yet. I'll probably increase it eventually. Nobody's got that yet. I haven't had, I do not. This is true. I worry somewhat. Oh dear. But anyways, welcome in, Diz. How are you today? This is one of the... Yes, thank you, captions. This is the friend I was referring to who has the more chaotic redeems. That I don't think would go well with the vibes I give off, but I appreciate them quite a lot. Yeah. Oh, no, that one's not new. I'm doing alright. I'm tired. Work. Work. Oh. Spring break is pain. I mean, today was better than yesterday, at least. Saturday is always the worst. What is that? I love them. Life is pain? Yeah. It's rough. Uh, it's not worth 14 an hour. I need to get a different job. I like working at the aquarium, but like, oh man, when it gets busy, it's What do you, oh no. You only get 11? That's fucked up. What the hell? I got, well no. I think that's about what I made at my last job. So that's, I mean that's, but that's still not good. Oh, Tennessee, yeah, so true, Buttspot, so true. But yeah, let's see, it's just, yeah, yeah. Oh, jeez. I should probably do something with my degree, but you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, I live in Missouri. I think it's not great still. I think it's about, I don't know. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. Yeah, what the fuck? What is, I don't even know what the minimum wage is here. I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, oh, it's 12 here? That doesn't make any sense. Oh. Because I guess I was working part-time. Maybe that's why they got away with giving me like 11 an hour at my previous job. Which, if anybody knows the lore, that was my hospital job. Which, I'll say this job sucks, but man, this job can suck. But I'm so glad I'm not working there anymore. Oh boy. Working at a hospital during a pandemic was interesting, to say the least. It was something. It was something. Let's see, the minimum wage 2023. What is it? Says it's, oh, it does say it's 12 an hour. Employers engaged in retail or service businesses whose annual gross income is less than $500,000 are not required to pay the state minimum wage rate. Employers not subject to minimum wage law can pay employees the wages of their choosing. Interesting. Oh god. Yeah. We did patient transport. Oh man. No thank you. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, so the federal rate is $7.25, and then some specific states have adopted higher minimum rates, but the federal rate is still shit low. Needs to change. But I don't want to talk about all this depressing shit all the time. We came here to get spooked by horror games and watch depressing shit happen in horror games to escape the depressing shit in our lives. So, game. So this is Gore Screaming Show. It is a horror visual novel. It's definitely a horror visual novel. It's very interesting. So the premise is that we, as the main character, return to our hometown after leaving for a few years to start high school, I think? Or like we did like middle school, and now we're coming back for high school. And we're like, oh, things have changed, but we start to notice weird things, like one of the people that left for left this, or like that was at the high school that we went to when we weren't here also came back here, And it's just weird. And also, this is our girlfriend. Like, actually, our girlfriend. We're going out with her. And now we're stuck at the bottom of a well with her. Trapped by a little girl named Yuka and a demonic entity named Gore, who actually might be a legitimate demon that possessed our teacher, I think. I don't think it's that type of horror game, but honestly, I wouldn't... the first game, so, the reason I was interested in this game is the fact that the first game this studio made. So this studio is Black Psych, like Black CYC, and the first game they made was called Yami no Koe, and it was Yami no whatever, and it was like a weird erotic, like, the premise of that game. So I'm getting way off topic, but it doesn't matter. The premise of that game is that you and your whole group shipwreck up on an island, and there's this really creepy, like, lady there that's really hot, and she tries to, like, corrupt everyone to give in to their desires, but it turns out that, like, their desires are the good things, and the main character, who's like a prude, is like the bad person. And like there's a lot of like exploring gender roles and like weird kinks and stuff, but in a very queer way. It's a very interesting, it's like, I think, what did they describe it? I think somebody described it as like a queer corruption simulator. It was interesting. It was very interesting, so seeing as that was their first game, and this was like the only one of their games that ever got translated, I had to check it out. And here we are, at the bottom of a well. Probably not going to fuck, but I mean, given the track record of the studio, who knows? But these are teens, so I hope not, but you know how it be sometimes. Yeah. Gross. Anyways. But no one passes by here, but we'll be fine. Someone will come looking for us soon enough. Are you sure about that? Akane sounds like she's trying to convince herself. I wish this game had... I take all the things that Yumi Neko does for granted. Like, come on, the character sheet, or the whatever it is, the character profiles, those are so cool. Alright, our phones. Do you have a signal? Kyoji takes out the figurine. Oh yeah. We have this dumbass figurine that like lights up and it looks like a terrifying monster. But that's because the main character loves like really shitty terrifying monsters. God damn it, Caption. Stop correcting to that. I don't know why Captions does that. Turns on its light again. Both of them take out their phones and hold it under the light. But he likes like tokusatsu monsters, like Power Rangers. Like if like you know, like the monster of the week that they would fight. He was always interested in those. Like, the weirder the better. So, we know he likes that, and he likes his guitar. So, like, other than that, he's kind of a shithead. He got into a fight, like, immediately after coming back. And, his goal... his thought process when he got into the fight was, if I take down the leader, I win. It doesn't matter how much they beat me up. So he fucking punches him in the face, breaks his nose, and kicks him while he's down. Because that's our hero. Anyways. Our boy is very interesting. No bars. None here either. Guess that only makes sense. We're underground. I mean, they got out some other way, or no. I guess we'll have to check for another way out. Sighing, they close their phones and put them back in their pockets. Kyoji turns off the figurine's light as well. You're turning it off? If I leave it on, it'll just eat through its battery, right? Don't think this thing is made to last long. Right. Left with nothing more to say, the two of them fall silent. Kyoji feels like he's experiencing true silence for the very first time. Nah, man, can't you hear this BGM? It's really nice. I like it. Oh, there's the hiccups. They're deep underground in the middle of the mountains. All they can hear is each other's breathing and the beating of their own hearts. Doki doki. Sorry. I don't know what's wrong. Something's wrong with me. It really makes him realize how noisy everyday life usually is. Even when he was lying in bed with the TV off, he could always hear some kind of noise coming from somewhere. It's just an inherent truth of living around other people. This place is different. If he didn't have Akane's warmth huddling against him, he might lose his mind. Hey, Kyoji. Yeah? Yeah, what the fuck do we do now? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. What do we do now? That's the big question, huh? Their bags should still be lying around near the wall. Assuming they were still there, there's a good chance someone would eventually see them. Has a hard time believing Yuka, who can only assume wishes him and Akane ill, would simply leave their bags there to be found. He can only pray Yuka failed to see their bags lying in the weeds. But if she did hide their bags, Shinta, Kika, and Aoi also know about Yuka, and they know that Akane is worried about her. If they go missing, it's not impossible they will come out here to look for them. No, they definitely will. Kyoji clenches his fist hard in his lap. Frickin' Arthur meme. Frickin' clenched fist. Akane? You can feel Akane shivering slightly next to him. Oh god. Just realized Connie would probably be like the... if they ever make a Netflix TV show. That's what it would be... what would Kyoji be translated to? Joe. Joe and Connie. Oh, I want to throw up. I hate that. What did they do? I know there was a Death Note Netflix TV show or movie, wasn't there? What did they do with the names of them? Of Light and L or whatever, or Yagami or whatever. I haven't read Death Note. I mean, I haven't read the Death Note, but I mean, anyways. Hollywood, dumb, sometimes. Are you cold? Yeah, a little. He's gonna give him her jacket. He's gonna give her his jacket. isn't he? Her words trail off as she shivers again. He hears Akane scratching her head. The sound puts an uneasy smile on his face. She always had this habit of scratching her head whenever she lies, ever since she was a kid. It's not that she's entirely lying about being cold, of course. Kyoji can't be sure how long it's been since the lid of the well was closed, but with the sun setting late into the day, the air is cooler now. The sudden surge of energy, Kyoji gets to his feet. What is it? Just figured that even if someone's coming to find us here, just sitting around is depressing. I guess we're gonna look around, aren't we? Let's move around a bit. Yeah. Akane's voice perks up. Knowing her, he figures that some exercise will help her keep her spirits up. Let's just, I'm assuming we're not, like... Well, I mean, the well wouldn't be, like, airtight, right? Like, the lid wouldn't be airtight? I'm trying to think of if, like, we would have to, like, ration oxygen down here or anything like that. I don't think so. I mean, it's gonna be damp and nasty air, but it's breathable still. They're not gonna run out of oxygen. They're not in, like, an airtight... Anyways. Right, so what do we do? Oh! Select your future. I forget this game sometimes actually gives me choices. It rarely does. How many pages? Okay, we have 10 pages. Also, I realized it's been a month since I played this game, which, wow. Let's go deeper in. I feel like climbing up again isn't going to do anything. What was that? Stop that. Why does that always happen? I want to see something. Hold on. I'm gonna do something. Oh. Okay, that one didn't get us a, points with her. Interesting. How about we search around down here one more time? Maybe there's another passageway. Just an idea, but it doesn't seem like a bad one. Someone went through the trouble of digging a tunnel down here in the well and installing these sturdy doors. I can't fucking speak. Which I guess makes sense. I spend a lot of my job speaking, and then I come here and I speak some more, so... my voice be tired. Though Kyoji has no idea what it was used for, but the entire structure is so strange, he shouldn't be surprised if there were another passage or two they didn't know about. Secret tunnels. What? I don't even know the... That's a song from Avatar, The Last Airbender, isn't it? Secret tunnel. But what if we're not here when someone comes looking for us? I mean, I'm sure they're not just gonna, like, look for 2 seconds and then leave. And this tunnel isn't that deep. If we raise our voice, it echoes pretty far. I guess you're right. Akane nods, albeit uneasily. Then let's get going. Kyoji turns on his light again, illumining the darkness with its faint glow. Give me your hand, Akane. Okay. Oh. I forgot about the colors. The two of them squeeze through the cramped tunnel once again. Second time around, they already know what to expect, and it feels nowhere near as long as it did earlier. Kyoji pushes the heavy door open. The lamps that were lit when Yuka and Gore were present have since gone out. It's dark. Yeah. Maybe Kyoji is imagining it, but he feels like the air is moving slightly. As Kyoji looks around, searching for the place the draft is blowing from, Akane seems to notice the same thing. Hey, do you feel a breeze? You feel it too? Their hands squeeze harder. Alright, let's look around and see if we can't find a way out. Seek a way out. This is your Streamly reminder to play 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Play the Zero Escape series. Do it. I'll probably play it on stream at some point. I have to at this point. I've been talking about it so often. I have to play it at some point. Maybe what I want to do is yeah, it's a lot of 9s. I want to get I want to play it with someone who hasn't played it before. I think that would be a fun way to play it. A fun way to stream it. Yeah. I'd love to. That would be fun. When they were here earlier, they were so focused on Yuka and Gore that they didn't pay any attention to the chamber's interior. It would be fun. This time, Kyoji examines the room carefully in the dim light from his keychain. He opens his eyes wide as he sees faint writing scrawled all across the wall. Uh-oh. I'm sure this is something like, you know, just nice and cheery. Scrawled on the wall, it says, "Live, laugh, love. In blood." Could you imagine? Oh. Oh, that was terrible. The writing is so faded it's hard to see it all, and as if it was done in pencil a long time ago. It's also crooked and messy, as if written by a child's hand. Eventually, though, he manages to decipher it. Ah, so this is gonna be the Gore. This is like Gore's. Origins, I guess, or something. I feel like Gore was like, maybe like a child that got sacrificed for something, and then came back as a demon. To terrorize the village. Hate, hate. Make them pay, make them suffer. Suffer and die. Pay with their lives and then some. I'll kill them all. Stab them with a knife. What do you think about this, Akane? It's something, isn't it? A message? It's a message. It must have been written by someone who was trapped down here. Whoever wrote this must have been put through some terrible stuff. I mean, teenagers just be like that sometime, you know? It happens. You go through a phase. Kyoji carefully sweeps his hand across the wall. That bit of writing they just read isn't the only one. Oh, so maybe Gore got trapped down here and starved. Eesh. That's a rough way to go. In fact, nearly every inch of the wall is covered in scribbles. This is too creepy. He swallows nervously. All you can see in the faint rays of light are curses and words of malediction. Kill! Die! Die, 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 die! Stupid idiots, hope you die. I'll never forget this. Worthless garbage, hag, die! Writings go on and on. The startling volume of scribbles forms a triangle on the wall. Even when he looks at the floor, he only sees more enraged raving. Feels like the words are converging around their feet. Kyoji doesn't know how it was managed, but the scribbles somehow extend up onto the ceiling. Feels as though the words above might come crashing down upon them. Scribbles are those of a child, filled with raw, unpretentious emotion. Ah, we're standing in the heart of a crucible of curses. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this either. Akane's voice comes out in a borderline scream. Yeah, let's get out of here already. Last spot the light reaches is a hole in the wall. It's large enough for a person to fit through? How the fuck did we not see this? He exchanges gazes with Akane. The two of them nod at each other. They don't want to stay here either, especially after reading all these curses. Can't bring themselves to just go back the way they came and wait to be rescued. Feels like all those scribbled words might somehow chase them down. Going into this hole is a gamble, but it feels like the best option they have. They can fit through the hole if Kyoji bends down a bit. The tunnel beyond is definitely man-made with its flat floor. I think we can go through here. Kyoji looks at Akane and gives her a nod. I'll go first. Okay. Bends over to through the hole and his hand brushes against its edge. He realizes that even these walls are covered in writing. Huh. Oh. I'm scared. Let me out. I'm sorry. Please let me out of here. Kyoji, is something wrong? Akane asks him dubiously, but he only shakes his head. It's nothing. Let's go. Okay. Good night. Tell her I said good night. It's easy enough to move down this path, at first. He has no idea where it leads, since his light is too faint to reach far into the darkness. The breeze of fresh-smelling air makes it clear that the path eventually leads outside. The exposed earth is rough and lined with rock. This passage feels more like a cave than anything else, but it's clear that someone intentionally carved this path. Signs of human hands and tools at work here. The ground is level and the walls are mostly vertical. The rock has obviously been chiseled. If they keep following this tunnel, they might make it outside. Kyoji clings to that hope. The only frightening thing is that here and there, parts of the tunnel's ceiling have caved in. There are large rocks lying around that have seemingly fallen as their shape matches holes in the rock above. Watch your step, Akane. Yeah. It's hard to tell how far they've traveled through this cavern already. It doesn't feel like it's been that long. Would they maybe have been better off staying back in that room? That question resurfaces in his thoughts again and again as they continue walking. Then Kyoji's light starts to grow dim. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, sisters. Look at this! Look at this fucking thing! I love it so much. Look at this fucking thing. This is the kind of shit he likes. He was like overjoyed to receive this. We love a main character with absolutely no taste. It's fantastic. You love to see it. Is the battery dying? Damn it, please hold on. Or hang on. Oh. Swings the light around in a futile effort to keep it alive, but soon enough, it goes out. Oh boy. Turn on, please turn on! Uh-oh. Presses on the belly of the monster keychain over and over, but the light doesn't turn back on. Fine. Let's keep going. Kyoji squeezes Akane's hand, who responds with a yes that's so small and husky he questions if she said anything actually at all, or if he's just imagining things. After that, he desperately focuses on nothing else but walking forward. His feet feel his way through the darkness as he brushes his other hand along the wall in an attempt to keep moving in the same direction. Every nerve in his body is dedicated toward that task. Akane breathes a little and as shallow as she can as they walk. She squeezes his hand so tightly that his fingers are gradually turning numb. She's beside herself with anxiety. Me too, bitch. You ain't special. Should he say something? But what? What if he speaks up, only for someone other than Akane to answer him? Oh, I don't like that. Even that stupid thought is enough to make Kyoji shudder. He wants to speak to her, but he's scared. He can feel his heart pounding in his ears. And so... Oh. Hey, Kyoji. Akane's voice is definitely the same familiar voice he knows. Hearing it has Kyoji sighing in relief. Huh? About earlier. Earlier? After hesitating for a bit, Akane manages to mutter the rest of her thoughts. About what that Gore guy said. He might have actually been on to something. I don't remember what Gore said, but I'm sure we'll go over it here, maybe, hopefully. What are you saying? Akane continues in monotone. I might have been looking down on you, Kachan. Akane? I didn't realize it until he put it like that, but I'm really arrogant, aren't I? I kept pitying her, talking like I had to take care of her. Yuka realized it from the start, and that's why she... Is that really what you think about yourself, Akane? Akane falls silent for a short moment before replying in a low voice. No, I didn't mean it like that, at least. The more I think about it, the less sure I am. Idiot. The Kazuyagi Akane I know isn't smart enough to burn brain power on stuff like that. Damn! Kyoji squeezes Akane's hand. Plus, even if that guy was right, it's not like you were doing all of that out of a feeling of superiority, right? No one acts purely on a single emotion. Not me, not you, not anyone. Akane falls quiet for a bit again. But when she speaks up, her voice is calmer, and with most of its usual strength. Oh. You're more amazing than I give you credit for. It took you this long to realize that? How dumb are you? After they walk a few more meters, the tunnel takes a turn. The thinnest rays of light creep inside. Kyoji and Akane immediately look at each other. This could be the way out. Yeah, let's go. Oh, but rushing forward turns out to be a bad idea. Oh shit. The ground suddenly drops out beneath him, making Kyoji slip and spectacularly tumble over. Ow! Reflexively lets go of Akane's hand, but it's too late. He loses balance and falls down, landing hard on his back. Wah! Kia! Ugh. A moment later, he feels another hard impact, this time from above. Akane slipped and fallen on top of him. And this is how babies are made. Ow! Kyoji, I'm sorry. Are you alright? I'm fine. Ow. Kyoji sits up, rubbing his back. What is this place? I don't know. His palms touch level, compacted soil. Someone has walked this path before. It's a bit different from the ground they've been on so far. His eyes adjust to what little light there is. He begins to make out their surroundings. The drop isn't that big, maybe a meter at most. That's why they weren't seriously hurt. The space is about 4 meters wide and not too deep. The far end, maybe a good 10 meters ahead, lies in darkness. The light is shining in from that direction, and because of that, the far side is bathed in shadows, so it's hard to make out anything. It's a room. No, a passageway? I don't know. Ah! Akane, what's wrong? Did she twist her ankle or something? Whoa! Oh, bug. Akane leaps off of his Akane leaps off of his legs with a screech. There we go. Sorry, I fell on top of you. I'm too heavy, aren't I? Maybe he's imagining it, but there was an awkward pause for a moment there. As if nothing happened, Kyoji asks Akane. No. How's your leg, though? Yeah, she twisted her ankle. When Kyoji reaches toward her, Akane wordlessly retreats away. Fear disfigures her features. Kyoji pulls his arm back. Sorry. Akane hangs her head. I'm fine. Really. Okay. Silence. Fighting the awkward atmosphere, Kyoji stands up without offering Akane a hand. For now, let's head in this direction. There's probably a way out past here. Ooh. Kyoji's presumed exit turns out to be blocked by yet another metallic door, not unlike a double-winged fire door. Sitting in front of the door will look like to be sandbags, wooden crates, unidentifiable machine parts, and heavy bits of metal. Scraps of cloth and sheafs of paper litter the ground. Let's get this stuff out of the way. Okay. Two of them start moving aside the objects blocking the door. Kyoji actively tries not to think about what happened a moment ago. Good luck with that. Idiot. Oh. All these objects were piled up into a small mountain barricading the door. Moving it all is taxing work. Kyoji can't tell what this place was built for. He contemplates asking Akane for her opinion, but the memory of what just happened chokes him up, leaving him unable to speak with her. In the end, he continues working in silence. So, there's also been something that happened in the past between these two that the game keeps alluding to, but will not tell us what it was. But something happened? I don't know what it was. The game does, but I don't. Once most of the junk is cleared away from the door, Kyoji reaches for the handle. Grabs the handle and pushes hard. He feels it move ever so slightly. Concerned, Akane asks him, will it open? I can't tell. pushes with both arms, mustering every drop of strength he can. Maybe it's a pull door? He then tries pulling, but he doesn't sense any traces of the movement, like when he was pushing. Doesn't seem so. Let's try pushing it again. Kane positions herself beside him, working together with him to try pushing the door open. I'm not voice acting that. The door lets out a dragging sound as it lightly creaks, but it doesn't move much at all. 1, 2. Kane and Kyoji brace their shoulders against the door, pushing with every bit of force their bodies can manage. Just sound like I'm taking a shit. The door opens slightly. What is this? Looking through a crack, Kyoji furrows his brow. It looks like there's a bar here. Huh. Oh. That kind of bar. There's an iron bar laid across the door's opposite side, which prevents it from being opened. However, Kyoji and Akane's pushing has bent the bar enough to allow the door to crack open. Akane, try pushing it. Okay. Akane pushing one side of the double door open. Kyoji tries to move the bar out of the way. Tries reaching through the small crack between the doors, grabbing the bar and trying to yank it sideways. But it only rattles slightly, refusing to comply. Damn it, open up! Open up already! Sound of rattling and metal grinding against metal rings out. Smell of moist soil and the fragrance of grass wafts in. Can see the forest, darkened by the night. Colors of the sky bleached by moonlight spills between the trees, dazzling him. If only they could get out there. Open up, just open up! Kyoji rams the door over and over. Freedom is within arm's reach. He can see it right there in front of him. They can only get through here. Kyoji throws himself against the door again and again, ignoring his building exhaustion. Somebody... Is anybody out there? Akane's voice fades into the trees. Help us! Please, anybody! Just as Akane's voice starts to grow ragged from shouting too much, they finally get a response. It better not be from Yuka or Gore. Oh, it's from the private investigator guy? Is someone in there? Someone heard us. Kyoji's and Akane's faces light up. The voice's owner approaches the door, and Kyoji manages to force slightly open. Oh, it's clear from the person's voice he's an adult man, but because his back is to the light, Kyoji can't make out his face. Realization the person's voice is familiar to him crosses Kyoji's mind for a moment. He's not in a position to particularly care who it might be. We're trapped in here. Please open the door. Trapped in there, eh? Person on the other side seems to scoff. I'll get it open. Give me a minute. Half an hour or so later, Kyoji and Akane are sitting in a car on the way to the hospital. The vehicle reeks of cigarette smoke. Its interior is dusty with the residue. Kyoji grumpily rests his hand on his cheek. Never thought this guy would be the one to save us. In the driver's seat is none other than the shady man they found in front of Yuka's place. Found. In stark contrast to his vagrant appearance, he drives a silver sports car. The back is very cramped, and Kyoji is basically squeezed into his seat like a sardine in a can. Akane says nothing. She probably still feels awkward about what happened earlier. Should he say something? While he's grappling with that question, Akane whispers to him, "Oh, maybe our phones would have worked by the door." Maybe. That close to the open air, their phones might have had a signal. They were so panicked it didn't occur to them. The man, who had been quiet so far, finally speaks up. "What are your names?" I'm... Akane starts to answer, but Kyoji intervenes. "Don't tell him." "Don't tell him!" "But... shouldn't give your name to a guy as shady as him. Besides, it's only polite to give your... You're going to say I should give my name before asking yours, huh?" Kyoji frowns as the man takes the words out of his mouth. "So what if I am? Not a shred of originality to you. Besides, I just saved your lives. Think that entitles me to your names, don't you?" "Alright, let me get out in front of another one." Kyoji can see the man's smirk reflected in the mirror. "Don't say no one asked for your help. It's such a hackneyed line, and anyway, you definitely did ask." Getting beaten to the punch so many times drains Kyoji of his desire to resist this man any longer. And so he answers with another frown. "Fine. I'm Jino Kyoji." "And I'm Kazuyagi Akane. Thank you for helping us back there." Akane politely thanks the man, but the man doesn't respond. Oh, but we don't need to go to the hospital. We have to get home." "Do you two have any idea how you look right now?" The cigarette in his mouth, the man glances at them through the rearview mirror. The rearview mirror. The rearview mirror. The weird room. The weird view mirror. Your uniforms are filthy and tattered, and you're covered in wounds. Plus, your leg's hurt, isn't it? Akane reflexively touches her right leg. Akane, is he right? Yeah, but it's nothing major." Akane nods bashfully, her voice feeble. Kyoji never noticed. She must have sprained it when she fell into the hole. She was probably pretending to be fine, even if it was painful for her to stand. "Hospital will let your families know where you are. More importantly, what happened? You weren't out on a date in there, were you?" That's none of your business, is it? Kyoji snaps at him, but the man only smiles. Bless me. I don't know what's going on with me. Don't take it out on me because you didn't notice your girlfriend got hurt. What did you just say? Kyoji shoots up from his seat, but the man doesn't seem fazed by his reaction at all. Maybe this will finally teach our protagonist to chill a little bit. What I'm saying is that only a stupid brat thinks shouting solves anything. Or do you want to get out of here? If you'd like, I can take your girlfriend to the hospital myself. I don't have time to do favors for a screeching brat. After thinking it through, Kyoji settles back down. Not Kyoji. I'm not getting out. I wouldn't leave Akane alone with a guy like you. That's fair. The man cracks a thin smile. Car turns along a wide curve before finally entering the hospital. What did I just try to say? Hospital? The hospital parking lot. Why did I try to say it like that? After their admission to the hospital, Akane gets examined first. While she's being seen, Kyoji calls her parents and Yamiko. Oh yeah, we have our older cousin aunt character that takes care of us. I really hope this isn't a dating game and we get a route with her, but I want to date her myself. She's the coolest goddamn character in this game. She wears a suit. She has a hoodie that says Death Neko Metal, and it is the best fucking thing. Connie's parents were apparently very worried about her. They tell him that they'll be there as soon as they can. Kyoji can't blame them. The clocks tell him it's past 10 in the evening. With all the disappearances lately, they must have been worried sick. Oh yeah, jeez. Yamiko immediately asks him which hospital he's in, only to hang up right after she's saying she's on her way. Let's go! Connie's examination finds out she's sprained her ankle. It's a pretty bad sprain too. Bad enough that by now she's become feverish. Doctor says she should spend the night at the hospital to be on the safe side, so she's been tucked into bed. What if the disappearances are related to the hospital? Just a thought. Oh no. You put me... Am I on your speakers?
This guy's watching porn, everybody. FYI, just porn right now on the TV.
Anyways. But thank you, I'm very honored to be given the TV privilege. They weren't as angry as I thought. I'm good. I don't want my family to hear. Plus, my parents just went to sleep, so I guess. But they will be yelling like hell later. Still, Akane's voice sounds much firmer than before. Shut up. Hush you. Oh, why does it do it for 600 seconds automatically? Hold on. Why does it do it like that? Oh god, I've forgotten how to untime people out. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. No, I don't mean to time him out for that long. I don't want to time him out for too long, please. It doesn't show up on... What? Why is it like this? That reminds me. It's been a while since I've done this. God, 600 minutes is so long. 600 seconds. Jesus, 600 minutes would be... I need to... Hold on. Why does it just disappear all the messages, too? Because that way I can't find you in the chat. This sucks. Why is it like this? I hate it. How do I... I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know how to untime you out without... I am the dummiest dumb. Okay, 10 hours? Okay, 600 minutes would be... How long is 600 seconds? Is that 10 minutes? That's 10 minutes, isn't it? Oh, that's so long. No, how do I undo that? Oh, I can't do that. Oh, hold on. Here we go. I can do it now. There you go. Ignore me, please. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Anyways. No. Oh god. And now I just double clicked on the. I'm just doing everything wrong. Ah! What is happening? Window mode. Please, dear God. Oh, this is the scuff that you should that is just, you know, it's gonna happen. This is the scuff that's natural. All right, this is what you're here for. Okay, this is what you have to put up with. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm sure I'll ban everybody at some point. Oh. I forgot we have... What if I... Text? Comrades. Still, Akane's voice sounds much firmer than before. I'm just don't worry about it. Oh boy. When Akane's parents and Yamiko showed up, Kyoji and Akane told them the gist of what happened, minus the strangest parts. They said they saw a girl they know going down into the well, so they followed her. Kyoji and Akane got into trouble together a lot when they were kids. It wasn't unusual at all for them to both come home bruised all over. As Akane's mother put it, they're back to their old tricks. Akane's parents ultimately scold Kyoji alongside Akane, but it seemed like they're in good spirits. Perhaps because they're simply relieved the two of them are okay. Her parents end up going home without her. Akane may be staying in the hospital for the night, but they have to take care of her two younger brothers. That leaves Yamiko, Akane, and Kyoji alone in the room. Best character. Look at her! Look at this outfit. Like, best character, honestly. Of course I'm going to do a little yelling. Seriously, I can't believe you'd be that reckless. Sorry. Kyoji hangs his head. When it comes from Yamiko, all he can really do is earnestly apologize. Also, she bailed. So remember when I said we got like in a big fight with the bullies on the first day? Those bullies own the only hospital in the area, so they're like bigwigs, which I guess we're in their hospital now. But we almost got in trouble, but she came in wearing a suit and like pulled out a business card to the place she used to work and made them like back down immediately. Like, she is the best, she is the coolest fucking character. It's so good. Yamiko cracks a tired smile and sighs. Oh, you two are lucky Yoshiki was passing through. Don't forget to thank him. Kyoji frowns, refusing to respond to that. Don't you dare date that weird man. Date this weird man instead. Me. Not the character in the game. Anyways, never mind. Much to his surprise, it turns out the shady man is a friend of Yamiko's. Look at that! Oh my god. Look at this man. He looks like he's in like a B-list Matrix knockoff, or like he's like a hacker man's. I'm in. Gonna hack into the mainframe. What's that on around his neck? Some little green and white thing. But God, what a fucking dork this man looks like. Oh my God. He wears sunglasses inside. He wears sunglasses inside. Oh, this man is the fucking dorkiest character I've ever seen. I love how they're like, oh, he's so shady and cool and he just looks like a fucking idiot. I love it. His name is Yatsuse. I'm also a fucking idiot. Don't worry about it. Yatsuse Yoshiki. He's from right here in Kurihito City. He went off to marry a friend of mine, but after his wife passed away, he ended up coming back. Oh, and he'll be staying at our place for a while. What? Nice. This news is like a bolt from the blue. Kyoji can only exclaim in loud disbelief, earning himself a scolding by a nurse. Once he lowers his voice again, he grumbles. What does this creep have to stay in our house? Hey, he saved you back there, so don't call him a creep. When did you become such an ungrateful boy? I mean, Yoshiki, who has been listening silently up until now, chuckles. Oh, he's just in the room. Thank you. I try my best. Mikoa, cut him some slack. He's a male after all. The hell do you mean by male? Male animals react badly to seeing stronger males in their territory. That's why you keep snapping at me, right? He puts it like that. Kyoji feels ashamed for snapping at him. All he can do is fall silent with a sour expression on his face. Yoshiki went out to the lobby to smoke in accordance with the hospital's strict no-smoking policy in the wards. When he comes back, though, he walks in without so much as a knock. Slips into the room with a flap of his long black coat. Oh, speak of the devil, we were just talking about you. About me? Yamiko speaks jokingly. Yes, about how shady-looking you are. You'd think you were a hardened criminal or something. Did you get pulled over for questioning on the way here? Maybe you don't know about it, but there's been a string of disappearances around here lately. Disappearances? Yoshiki raises an eyebrow. Do you know something about them? No. Actually, I wanted to ask you something. Like before, Yoshiki's tone is now slightly stiff. What were you doing in there? Like I said earlier, we... You headed down there to look for a girl you know? Just who was that girl? How did you meet her? How old is she? And what's her name? Yoshiki, stop that. What are you... Yoshiki ignores Yamiko's admonishment and continues his barrage of questions. Did you pick something up? Did you maybe find something down there? Major change from before. He's entirely lost his composure now. Oh, is it related to his wife dying or something? Is that what he's here for? I knew it. I just don't like this guy. Kyoji angrily glares into Yoshiki's eyes through the man's sunglasses. Why the interrogation? I don't think I need to answer that. I think you do if you want us to answer anything. Rage builds inside of Kyoji. The way this guy talked about males already put Kyoji on edge. Can't stand his attitude at all. Fine, I don't think I need to answer your questions either then. You can throw my words back at me all you want, but I have a reason I can't tell you. Don't put me on the same level as a stubborn oaf like you. But why do you have to be so annoying? Cut it out, Kyoji. Akane shouts at him from her bed. Just stop it already. This conversation is going nowhere. But Akane... Akane sits up, gazing directly at Yoshiki. The girl's name is Yuka. She lives in the area. We met her when we helped Yamiko-san with some research. Oh, right. You did mention something like that. Where was this? Sorry. Do you know the Hokura up the hill from Nishimori Shrine? Yeah. There's a well past that. We met her around there. A well. Those sunglasses make it difficult to read his expression. The complicated look on his face is still visible. You found the woman at the well? Kyoji and Akane exchange a glance. Woman doesn't sound right. She's definitely younger than us. Yeah, just a little girl. Can you describe her? She's cute. She's got big eyes that tilt inward like a cat's. And she's got long hair. Akane pauses for thought before cocking her head. And, as for what happened to her, we ended up there because we followed Yuka, but... you see... Yeah, how do we explain Gore? Yeah, Akane's voice falters. Of course it would. How could she explain what happened in a way anyone would believe? We lost sight of her at some point. Some thought she manages to say that. It's the only way she can describe it. She left you behind? Yeah, and not only that, she pulled the lid over back over the well and trapped us down there. Wait, what? What's that girl's problem? That's outrageous. Yeah. Yeah. Deep lore. Deepest lore. Contrast to Yamiko's angry outbursts, Yoshiki turns pensive and speaks softly. I see. So that's how you got trapped inside. The bomb shelter? That's where we were found? We were found in a bomb shelter? Huh. Interesting. The bomb shelter where you found those two is pretty far from the well. I can't believe they're connected. Yoshiki doesn't respond to her words. Indeed, the cave-like place where he found Kyoji and Akane is an old bomb shelter used in the war. Dr. Hojo? What's that? What's more, the bomb shelter is in the town next over. Yoshiki has likely decided there's no point in asking Kyoji, so he instead turns to Akane and continues questioning her. Oh, okay. Don't make me time you out again. Did you find anything inside? I didn't. What about you, Kyoji? No, I didn't see anything to take. Yoshiki nods, seemingly satisfied with their answer. Alright. Then turns on his heel and heads for the door. You behave yourself. I need to play FF7 at some point. I played a little bit of it once on a, well, in a less than scrupulous manner, but I didn't get very far. I've never, where my flowers from? I have only played, I think, like one Final Fantasy. I played quite a lot of 6. I think I played the Crystal Chronicles? There was one on the DS that I played. I can't remember what it was called. I played Bravely Default and Bravely Second, which is kind of Final Fantasy. I'll play it at some point. I don't think my computer could run it right now, but I do want to play that at some point as well. What's your problem? We answered your questions. Could you say a word of thanks? I think she answered my questions for the most part, not you. Yoshiki scoffs, causing Kyoji's temper to flare up again. Why does everything this guy say frustrate him so much? I do have to upgrade. What did I say? What did I? We do need to. Yumiko, I'll go on ahead to the car. Fine, we'll be there soon. Yoshiki then turns to look at Akane. Sorry for bothering you with your fever. Take it easy and rest for the day. Closes the door behind him as he leaves. He's not so bad after all, huh? Akane's remark provokes a harsh response from Kyoji. Huh, don't know what you're talking about. He's a creep. After that, the three of them leave Akane in the hospital and head home. Akane was being examined. Yoshiki collected their bags from the well. As much as Kyoji dislikes him, he has to thank Yoshiki for that much, at least. Can't bring himself to practice his guitar like he usually does every night, so he simply crawls into bed. Too much happened today. Feels like a whole week's worth of events happened in just one day. For sure. I've been thinking, we do. I know D-Type gave me like a, a site or whatever. Like he made like a pre-built one for me, and maybe I could buy that and then modify it after or something. It's been so long already. I like need a better computer sooner rather than later. Like, it's... Oh, man. This computer can't run Stardew. It can't run Stardew. It's rough. Going to school with Akane, fighting with Sadashima, going into the well, getting trapped inside, making it out, and then going to the hospital. But really, what in the world happened back there? Kyoji bites his lip. Yuka and Gore Screaming Show. Hey, they said the thing! They said the thing! Let's go! They said the name. Oh yeah, that's Gore, by the way. Oh. Must have been a dream or a delusion. Feels like if he doesn't explain what happened in that way, the world around him might unravel at the seams. That terrible puppet show, the disgusting man, Gore, the way those two disappeared into thin air, and that corridor, covered floor to ceiling in curses. All those mysterious things. Yeah, I know! Mysterious things are far beyond the scope of the world Kyoji knows. He doesn't understand even a single one of them, much less all of them. I'm tired. Decides to go to sleep. Just when he tries to bury his face in his pillow, the door opens without any warning. Hey. It's Yoshiki, without his sunglasses and usual long coat. He actually looks decent. Surprisingly young. Clean-shaven, Kyoji might think he's the same age as Yamiko. What the hell? At least knock before you come in. As usual, Yoshiki says nothing. His gaze falls on the guitar sitting against Kyoji's bed. You play the guitar? Yeah, why else would I have one sitting in my... Hey, don't touch it! Ignoring Kyoji's protests, Yoshiki sits on the side of the bed, picks up Kyoji's guitars, and begins to pluck strings. Kyoji initially lunges toward him to snatch the guitar out of his hands, but then he finds himself stopping. He's good. Kyoji's lost for words. He's absolutely wowed. It's the first time he's heard such skillful playing of the guitar live. Yoshiki looks like he was born to hold a guitar. It's clear he's quite experienced with it. But more than anything, the sounds he produces from the guitar are breathtaking. They're completely different from when Kyoji plays it. It's a stark reminder of how unskilled Kyoji still is. After playing for a while, Yoshiki lets out a small sigh. I've gotten rusty. As he whispers, traces of a pained smile on his lips, he hands the guitar over to Kyoji. You've got a good guitar. Kyoji accepts the instrument with a frown. This man really rubs him the wrong way. He's damned good with the guitar, though. He'll admit that much. There's something I wanted to ask you. What? After all that questioning, there's still something you want to know? Kyoji asks in a sulking tone. Yoshiki crosses his arms with a serious expression. This is important. More important than you can understand. Without his glasses, Yoshiki seems far more serious than before. He radiates an aura that brooks no argument. Aura. That girl you met, Yuka. Are you sure her name isn't actually Yukari? Yukari? No. We only know of her as Yuka. Right. Yoshiki pauses to think for a moment, then asks another question. His voice so low, it almost sounds like he's speaking to himself. You went to this Yuka's mansion. Was there something else in there? Something? Don't you mean someone? Someone would do too. Was there anyone there besides that girl? We saw her mother too there, but... Kyoji remembers seeing the black cloth flapping behind Yuka's back. Didn't think much of it at the time, but was that actually Gore? So you did see something. Kyoji doesn't know how to respond to that. Telling him about Gore would mean having to bring up all the strange things that happened today at the bottom of the well. That thought makes Kyoji clam up. This is very important. Yoshiki presses him relentlessly, his voice deadly serious. I saw something, I think. Oh, he knows him, okay. Tall man in black, wears a weird mask. Kyoji raises his head swiftly. When his eyes meet Yoshiki's gaze, he gives the man a firm nod. Yoshiki's gay. I mean, maybe he's bi? He had a wife. I understand. That's all I need to know. Yoshiki gives a satisfied nod and gets to his feet. Can you please tell me what that man is about? Before he steps back through the door, he looks at Kyoji over his shoulder. Oh, and I need to ask you one more thing. Don't tell Yumikawa anything about what I asked you. Okay. But why? Fair enough. She's better off not knowing. Her life will be more peaceful that way. Say you'll do it, but only if he teaches you the guitar. What? Don't be overdramatic. Kyoji thinks about retorting that way, but the words don't leave his lips. The look in Yoshiki's eyes is so earnest he can't even mock him. No, sir. Never go anywhere near that mansion again. Will that make my life more peaceful? As far as he dares go, and even then he says it with a smile, but Yoshiki only gives him an expressionless nod in response. Yes. The door closes with a click. Kyoji stares absently at the door for a moment, but in the end he just crawls back into his bed. Seriously, none of this makes any sense. In fact, he can't make any sense of the situation he's gotten tangled up in and unnerves him. Oy. Next day. That's fair. He heard. I can't fucking speak. He hears birds chirping outside. Opening his eyes atop his bed, Kyoji stares up at the ceiling. Never before has he woken up feeling this awful. Oh, buddy, wait until you're an adult. Woo! It's every day, baby. Not every day, but some days it's a little rough. What happened 3 years ago, those memories he wanted to forget, came back to him in a dream. Oof. So true, Buttspot, so true. That alone was enough to put him in a rotten mood, but on top of that, he dreamt of Yuka and Gore. Look at this! Look at this shirt. Look at this shirt. Yes, so true, Buttspot. Look at this shirt. New wave of death Neko metal. I want this shirt. I want it so bad. This shirt is... You have no idea. This shirt is fantastic. Look at this shirt. I love it so much. Or I guess it's like a hoodie or something. I don't know. Either way, I love it. Like, look, this is like peak fashion, honestly. Like, tell me you wouldn't buy this shirt. Tell me you wouldn't. Because I would. And if you say you wouldn't, you're lying. Oh god, wait, please. I forgot! Oh no. Oh dear. Kyo-chan, good morning. It's time to... Oh? Yamiko peers into his room, only to stare at him in surprise. I'm awake. Kyoji gets up moodily. Just when I came to wake you up instead of Akane-chan. Phooey. How come you're up so early? Nothing. No reason. Doesn't sit well with him to treat Yamiko like this, but he isn't in the mood to be teased. Yeah. Yamiko looks suspicious, but seems to decide it's better to leave him alone for now, as she doesn't press him further. Kyoji puts on his uniform and heads to the living room. Where's that man? That man? You mean Yoshiki? He already went out. Yamiko replies as she uncharacteristically stands in the kitchen, pouring coffee into Kyoji's mug. Glancing at the table, you can see plates of toast on it. Not just toast, there's salad, ham, and eggs there too. What's with this? She thinks to ask, Yamiko narrows her eyes mischievously. Did he make this? Oh my god. What's wrong? What, do you miss him? Huh? Why would I? Kyoji sits up from his seat. I mean, you talked until late last night, right? Didn't he teach you guitar? I thought you'd be happy to finally have a big brother figure. What, him? Who'd ever want him for a big brother? You sure? I think you two could get along. You're cut from the same cloth. Cut from the same cloth? Kyoji furrows his brows in an exaggerated manner, but Yamiko simply nods with a smile while sipping on her coffee. He hates it because it's true. You and Yoshiki are very alike. Yoshiki used to be short-tempered just like you. You're joking. I'm nowhere near as nasty as he is. That's just what getting older did to him. Back when he was younger, Yoshiki was just like you. You're joking, Kyoji once again repeats inside his head. Oh, he hates it. I'm never gonna grow up to be like him. Ha 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 ha, you are though. You can't avoid it. Falling silent, Kyoji focuses on eating his toast. Feels like it's been a long time since he last walked to school alone. In fact, it's only been just over a week since he transferred in, with the weekend sandwich in. Also that time he argued with Akane and went to school alone after that. Truly hasn't been that long. For some reason it feels weird not to have Akane walking beside him. Maybe it's, he feels this way because they always used to go to school together before he moved away. Oh. Shinta hurries over to him when Kyoji enters the classroom. Kyoji, are you alright? Alive and kicking, as you can see. Kazuyagi's mom called my house like 100 times yesterday. Heard what happened? You two fell in a well? You got stuck down a well? They had to call Lassie to get you out? Sorry, I couldn't resist. It seems Akane's mother was also quite worried. She also knew Shinta, who, because of his friendship with Kyoji, also hung out and played with Akane when they were little. That's probably why she called him. She was a lady with very strong nerves. When Kyoji saw her in the hospital last night, she was practically laughing with relief. But until he and Akane had been rescued, Akane's mother was likely beside herself with anxiety. All the disappearances, everyone is already on edge as it is. Yeah, that makes sense. Shinta shakes his head in exasperation. Oh my god. Here is. I can't believe you. Seriously, you two are one troublemaking couple, you know? Definitely hasn't been boring since you transferred back. To that casual remark, Shinta furrows his brow. You always get the feeling you got. I get the feeling I always got into trouble whenever I hung out with you and Kazuyagi. Sounds about right. You must be imagining things. Nah, definitely not. Go out exploring. If I get lost on my own, you'd build a treehouse and I'd be the one to fall down. You're totally imagining things, man. Oh boy. We get to gaslight our best friend. Let's go. Kyoji taps him on the shoulder before settling into his seat. Hey, forget all of that. How the hell did you two manage to fall down a well? Shinta flips the chair around from the desk in front of Kyoji as he asks that, cocking his head curiously. Kyoji shrugs. Yuka pulled a fast one on us. What? Kane saw Yuka go down in the well, got worried, went after that little brat got out of the well first and closed the lid on us. Huh? Shinta looks completely surprised. Wait, you don't mean she, like, didn't notice you were there, right? No. No. little rougher than that. No way. She talked to us from down there. She closed the lid on us. She was laughing down at us from above. Oh, that's terrible. Surprise is genuine. Confused look on his face is real. I'm shocked. Never imagined a girl as cute as her could be so nasty. There it is again. What is it with beauty and implied goodness? They did it in Slay the Princess, too. Although that was more the protagonist just being dumb. Thank you, stomach. I don't know why you did that. I wouldn't just call her nasty. From his point of view, Yuka's far beyond merely nasty and well into the realm of the bizarre and inexplainable. Really? I'm glad you're alright, Kyoji. How'd you get out? We escaped in a fucking bomb shelter, apparently. Yeah. Turns out the bottom of the well was connected to a bomb shelter in the next town over. Cutting out a lot of details, but he isn't lying. Truth is far too complicated to tell Shinta everything. Won't even know where to start. Ah, that's kinda cool. Sounds like you guys went on an adventure down there. Shinta whispers. Seems to be impressed from the way his eyes are sparkling, but Kyoji just shrugs slightly. It wasn't exactly fun down there. Ah, figures. Heard Kazuyagi got hurt? Guess she won't be coming to school today. Apparently Kazuyagi-san said she'd be here for the afternoon classes. That's what her mom said. Hey, Miss Sono-san. What, did you go over to Akane's place? Didn't I tell you? Kazuyagi-san and I are next door neighbors. Oh, that means you don't live far from my place. I didn't know. I suppose. Kiika chuckles for some reason. True to what Kiika said, Akane shows up during lunch break. Akane, they said you went missing. Ah, jeez, my mom made a fuss about it. I didn't go missing. Just got stuck at the bottom of a well. It happens. You know how it is. Wait, what? Girls form a group around Akane, giggling and laughing. Kyoji's gaze meets Akane's, but she looks away immediately. Shinta, who's vacuuming up the contents of his boxed lunch next to Kyoji, curiously looks from him to Akane. What, had another fight? Not really. It's true, Akane really is acting strange. Happened down there must be on her mind. This is Gore's voice, by the way. Let's have us a little look! Where's Sadashima and his posse? Maybe his gentle heart got bruised after what happened. Guess even those guys feel like they went too far yesterday. And a bird brain like him probably realized he got the whole class against him. Feels bad to admit we all have to gang up to oppose him. You can say the same thing about them. Shinta is uncharacteristically severe. By the way, is your arm okay after how they twisted it yesterday? That's nothing. I feel actually kind of stupid at being so frightened by them. Oh, I told my mom that last night. She asked me why it took this long to figure that out. Huh. Huh. Shinta does look a little proud of himself, though. Maybe he's satisfied with how things turned out. And then the Sandman told Sato-sensei. Kane is telling something to the other girls. Kyoji can't hear what it is, but it makes them all giggle. Bing, bong, bing. Bing, bong, bing, bong. In the end, he ends up not saying a word to Akane until after school. Recently, they've been going home together every day, but he's not sure if he should wait for her club activities to end. With all the weird things going on, he doesn't feel safe letting her walk home alone. As he listens to the Sandman's sleep-inducing voice drone in his ear during the day's last homeroom session, finds himself at a loss to what to do. Thankfully, his concerns prove to be unfounded. Oh, Kyoji, let's go home. He nods, pretending like nothing's wrong. I don't mind, but what about your club? I'm taking today off. She did sprain her knee the other day. Maybe she needs to let it rest for a while. Kane's expression still looks a little stiff, but Kyoji's relieved that she's at least talking to him. Both head home, actively trying not to look in the direction of the trail leading up to Nishimori Shrine. Time they reach the downtown area, the strained atmosphere between them seems to have relaxed a bit. Ah yes, this is the heavy metal cafe, because our main character really loves heavy metal. He wanted to get an electric guitar, but they got him an acoustic one instead. And he hated it at first, but now he loves it. That's fair. That is fair. It was like going straight home would be a waste, so Kyoji invites Akane to Black Sheep's. Well, they talk about this and that before Akane hesitantly parts her lips. Kyoji. She averts her gaze, focusing on stirring her yogurt and jam with her long spoon. About yesterday. Yeah. Probably torn between wanting to talk about it and the fear of bringing it up. She seems terrified of so much as mentioning it. Ah, fair enough. What do you think about that? Despite her vague wording, the way her expression immediately darkens means Kyoji instantly picks up on what she's trying to say. You mean what happened yesterday? Yeah. Raises her head as if she finally worked up the courage to do so. It was all so strange. That Gore thing popped up from nowhere and vanished. Trails off uncomfortably, trying to force a smile. Akane. I was thinking, Kyoji, maybe all that was like hypnosis or something. Looks like he disappeared because of how dark it was. That Gore person was dressed like a magician. Maybe he's actually some kind of famous performer. Even if he looked a little too creepy to be magician. Kane says all that in rapid succession before scooping up a spoonful of yogurt, seemingly satisfied. Was that really hypnosis, though? From a logical point of view, it seems plausible. People can't just pop in and out of places. But Kyoji can feel alarms ringing inside his head. Should they really write all this off so casually and just assume it's all over and done with? Doesn't know why Yuka and Gore did this to them in the first place. How can they then place Kyoji and Akane in harm's way again? Assuming it was all hypnosis, might only cause them to overlook something important. He doesn't have a good reason to assume this, but even if this is his intuition speaking, he feels like he shouldn't ignore it. Yet, maybe it would be best for Akane to forget all of this. Maybe assuming it was all hypnosis would put her at ease. Fine then, I'll just have to worry about it all on my own, then. Yeah, hypnosis sounds like it could make sense. Kyoji manages a thin smile. Right? I don't know what else it could be. Still, I don't know what those two are thinking. We shouldn't get involved with them anymore. Yeah, that would be for the best. Kane says this with a smile that looks just as forced as his. Okay. I'm really tired. So I think I'm gonna end it here. I think I'm gonna raid D-Type. I noticed. Let me check to make sure he's still going. But I think I saw him go live about an hour ago. And I'm tired. I'm big sleepy. D-Type is playing Total War, Warhammer 3. Let me see if there's anybody else I want to raid, and feel free to recommend somebody if you would like. But yeah, I will. Thank you. Thank you. I took a nap, but I'm still... And then tomorrow will probably be another late stream, but I'll probably do a lot of streaming on Wednesday, because I have the day off, and it should be a day I can stream a lot, which will be fun. Should be fun. But, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad I was able to stream this for the first time in a while. And we're going to raid into D-Type. We've raided into before. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming. I really appreciate it. And you guys get some good rest too. Let me make sure I actually save. But yeah, take care everybody, and have a good rest of your night, day, whatever time it is. And hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.